getting up around 42. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Neil Doyle. Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser will return to inpatient custody at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute as her conditional release has been revoked. Waukesha County Judge Scott Wagner.
The petition to revoke conditional release is granted and Ms. Geyser is remanded into custody with directions to DHS to house her pursuant to the original commitment order that was in effect prior to the granting of conditional release by Judge Boren earlier this year.
Geyser appeared in court this morning via Zoom and waived her right to a revocation hearing, which was scheduled to take place in February. This comes after Geyser cut off her GPS bracelet and fled her group home in Madison last month. She was taken into custody the following day in Illinois. The clerk of federal courts in Milwaukee releasing audio evidence from Judge Hannah Dugan's trial. In one clip played repeatedly by the prosecution last week, Dugan's clerk, Alan Freed, tells her,
"We have 5 ice guys in the hall."
5 what?
Ice guys in the hall. Ice.
Oh, hold on.
Dugan then leaves the courtroom. A few minutes later, she returns and tells the attorney who was up in her courtroom to step back, instead then taking the case of Eduardo Flores Ruiz.
Ms. De La Rosas, take your client out and come back and get a date, okay? Oh, wait, that's right. Just give her a date.
Dugan was found guilty of felony obstruction. More than 10,000 new files from the Jeffrey Epstein case released by the Justice Department late last night. The latest materials offering some new details on Epstein's associates, including President Trump. CBS News correspondent Scott McFarland.
One revealing Department of Justice email says Trump flew on Epstein's plane many more times than had previously known. According to the email, Trump is listed as a passenger on at least 8 flights between 1993 and 1996, including at least 4 that co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell was on board.
President Trump has never been charged in connection with Jeffrey Epstein, and these newly released documents do not accuse him of any crime or wrongdoing. Time for news about your money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Green across the board. The Dow is up about 81 points at 48,444. NASDAQ up 61 at 23,489. And the S&P 500 up about 16 points at 6,894. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:04.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
At Capri Communities, they believe people of every age deserve to enjoy life.
I recently moved my dad into a Capri community. He has gained such new independence. His falls have decreased, he's eating healthy meals, and going on great new adventures. Knowing Dad is in a great place really gives me the peace of mind I needed. And now, we're both enjoying life again.
Give the care that has your parent enjoying life again at Capri Communities. Get started today at capricommunities.com.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Car Edge. The stress of car buying is finally a thing of the past. Car Edge negotiates with local dealerships for you, keeping your personal info private. With an average of 20-plus years of dealership experience, Car Edge experts know every trick in the book, saving you time and money. No sales calls, no wasted hours playing games at a dealership, just the best deal on the car you want. WTMJ fans get 20% off. Call 414-667-7413 or visit caredge.com/WTMJ for a free no-obligation consultation today.
Planning for 2026 starts now. A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to our Outdoor Living Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at Progressive.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Packers gearing up for a Saturday night game at Lambeau Field against the Baltimore Ravens. Head coach Matt LaFleur says it's all about regrouping after a tough loss to the Bears.
Bottom line is we got to deal with it. We got to learn from it. And we just got to find a way to go 1-0, period. And that's going to be the message to the team.
Packers are 2.5-point favorites for Saturday's matchup. Milwaukee Bucks continuing their mini road trip as they'll be on the floor tonight in Indianapolis taking on the Pacers. Bucks have dropped 3 in a row trying to get back into the win column. We'll have coverage tonight starting at 6 o'clock here on WTMJ. And let's take a look at the roads, your WTMJ time saver traffic. Just a couple of disabled vehicles across the system, but none really causing any issues. So moving along here nicely on your Tuesday. We'll see plenty of sunshine today, pretty mild as well. We'll see a high up around 42 degrees. Tonight, some increasing clouds, a low down to 29. Cloudy skies tomorrow for Christmas Eve. We could maybe see some rain late in the day, a high around 40. Thursday, mostly cloudy, a chance of a little rain-snow mix. Again, high sitting in the low 40s. And then Friday, we could maybe see some rain early, mostly cloudy with a high of 43. Right now, it's 35 degrees in Green Bay. We're sitting at 38 degrees in Kenosha, and right now, 39 degrees in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:08.
Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue. It's time for Point Taken. Here are your hosts, Steve Scaffidi and Kristin Brey.
Oh, yeah, good morning, everybody. Tuesday, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Double Eve.
Festivus. It's here.
Oh, yeah, festive. We're gonna spend some time on the airing of the grievances. I just added a new one to my list because I found out some additional information on the
I feel like your list is going to be longer than my list.
I think so. What does that say about us, or maybe more specifically, me? What do you think? What does that say?
I mean, I think it says that you've lived a long time and you've accumulated lots of things that you no longer have patience for.
Do you think patience is directly tied to age? I don't think so.
No, I think patience is a personality type.
Now, admittedly, I'm not very patient. I mean,
no, you're not.
I know a lot of people go, like, oh my God, are you saying you're not patient? I'm not
You
patient.
know that. You're self-aware.
You consider yourself patient?
I think it depends on what it is. There's moments where I think I can be patient.
Yeah, you're more patient than I am. That's a given.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think my husband is more patient than me. I would give him that, yeah.
Well, good job, Mike.
He's a pretty patient person.
Yeah, he seems pretty even.
He's a very he always attributes, because when he lived in LA for a little while too. We were there at the same time, but we didn't know each other. But he worked on at an agency on a desk at now it's William Morris Endeavor, but at the time it was just Endeavor. So like pretty big celebrities. And I think having to work at an agent's desk, which is a notoriously hard job, especially pre the Me Too movement. He always attributes the fact that he can deal with any personality because he's had to deal with all of the personalities at that job.
I see that in him because I've met him a ton of times and done some stuff with him. I think he's that kind of guy. So he's like, I would say even keeled for the most part.
That's a very good way to put it.
Yeah,
he's a very good addition to my family.
Compliment,
because we are not, especially when the four of us are together. There's always going to be some kind of eruption.
Brother,
my parents,
Gabby and Pete.
He helps. Calm things.
That's good.
Between the four of us.
So today's show is kind of a hybrid. We're going to do some serious stuff. We have Mandela Barnes, one of the candidates for governor on the Democratic side. He'll join us, I think, at
11:35.
11:35. Our friend Brian Reisinger, who we always love talking to, your teammate, sort of on the air here, but also at the Journal Sentinel, wrote a great piece. I love doing these combo platters, but I could take some of the content from this show and use it on WTMJ Outdoors. He wrote a great piece on why deer hunting is so important in the state of Wisconsin.
To the environment specifically. He makes a pretty strong argument as far as for those of us who are not hunters and don't, let's say, get it, in quotation marks, why it's necessary for our ecosystem. And he will explain his argument when he joins us at 10:35.
And also a safety piece of that story as well. Because
also true.
He'll drop a number on you that's pretty significant when it comes to deer-car collisions. But we're going to start with Christmas. Because it is Christmas week. Tomorrow, I think we'll be more festively dressed.
Yeah, you'll want to tune in tomorrow and see our outfits.
My newest blazer on, my Christmas blazer. I think I have three of them.
I might wear a Santa hat.
You can wear a Santa hat?
Maybe.
That's cool. Has anybody else here in the at the station played Christmas music, celebrated Christmas at all? Or are they all just cranky?
I'm sure they have. I'm thinking.
Morning News has.
Yeah, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard they were doing some festive stuff, which is the other piece of our show today. Airing of grievances, which I talked about a little bit. That'll be at 11.
Did you bring the pole?
The pole.
The aluminum pole?
No, I don't have an aluminum pole.
I like that Jazz and I. We've jinxed like 3 times already today.
Any aluminum I have would be already recycled because I'm a recycler. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to just drop this on people because this is sort of where I would like to sort of take some of this conversation, and it'll as these things do, they often evolve and move as we talk about them. I saw this, and then I love that you on our outline, which sort of inside baseball, you added to the conversation. 1 in 5 people this Christmas season are getting a Starbucks gift card.
Not just a gift card, a Starbucks gift card.
Is there any other, maybe somebody smarter than me can tell me, any other brands do better than that? Maybe Amazon?
Maybe.
Amazon.com?
I mean, I'm pretty sure my mom will probably get us one in the stockings.
I've already gotten one.
I have not gotten one, but I also don't know how many I still have just like sitting on the app.
Well, what? Oh, I looked at my balance. I have $100 on my Starbucks balance.
That's what I'm saying. So this is the other part of this story that I think people don't realize. So Starbucks basically kind of functions like a bank because of how popular their loyalty program and the 1 in 5 people getting a gift card for Christmas is. So it's obviously one of the biggest coffee companies in the world. They have $36 billion in annual revenue, or at least this was it's around that. But they also have $1.7 billion sitting in their loyalty app as of 2022. So if you think about it, when you put money into a bank, they pay you interest on holding your money.
Mm-hmm.
But with Starbucks, they are holding your money, giving you nothing, and you can only use it to buy their coffee.
Yeah.
It's pretty genius as far as for them, but it is crazy of how much money they just sit on interest-free.
It's absolutely spectacular for a company to be able to have $1.7 billion that they can just reap the rewards of. And then, oh, by the way, when you do get around to spending it,
you're using it on us anyways.
I'm always fascinated by the Starbucks story because I don't know if you've been to Seattle, but I've been to the original one.
I've
it
not
all
been to the
started
original.
at that store. And now I should have probably looked it up.
Like 40,000 some.
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. So that's a part of this conversation. But I also want to know from you, 855-616-1620, the Signing Unlimited WTMJ Talking text line, are gift cards really gifts? Is it just a convenience?
I think they're gifts because it's money spent, it's money you can use, but it is the ultimate thing of like, I want to get you something, but I don't know what to get you.
Now, my wife would argue, it's like, I really sort of want to get you something, but I'm too lazy to go actually think about something more deep than that.
I don't think it's laziness. I think it's not knowing. Because is there any, what would you rather get? A gift card or something you're never going to use?
A gift card.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Yeah. I'm outing myself a little bit, but we have a big storage unit, a box in the garage that is things to be regifted. Right? It is stuff that
still in the box and everything?
Yeah. It's things that we opened.
Wow.
A lot of it was things that Frankie never used, so we're saving to be able to gift to new people, new parents. But some of it's like candles and hand lotion and just stuff that's like, I don't need another thing. And so this sits in the box, and if it's ever like a birthday gift or a baby shower or something, if we forget and we run out of time, we can just grab something from that box. Because I say it is better to get someone, if you don't know what to get them, rather than just getting some random thing that you're like, I don't know, do they need a tray? They want a candle? I don't know.
I look at it, I sort of make this distinction. If it's a close relative, family member, sort of extended
someone
family,
you should know what they want,
then you should not buy them a gift card unless they ask for one, which sometimes they do. And my brother Chris is an example. He'll take a gift card any day of the week, and they always buy me every year. My brother Chris and his wife Bobby Joe always buy me a gift card to a seed company that I buy seeds from to grow.
Seeds.
Yeah, seeds.
This is like seats.
No, seeds.
Like a portable seat.
So it's a really cool gift, and it shows thoughtfulness, right? So it's a gift card, but yet, I mean, it's amazing because that's where I order my seeds from. And I think that's a cool example. But someone you don't really know that well.
Well, here's the difference. Would you rather have cash or a gift card?
Cash.
Yeah.
Cash is king. Cash for me, especially if I have a Vegas trip plan, immediately goes to the blackjack
table. Cash is probably
table.
not going to sit in your gift card box that you forget every time. You're like, oh yeah, that thing. We should probably check and see what's left in the gift card box.
So maybe that's like point 2 of the audience question. So are gift cards really a gift? And 2, is cash just the ultimate, like, I'm super lazy, here's just cash, just do what you want with it? Because that's sort of what that feels like. Just do whatever you want.
But are you ever, like, are your feelings hurt if you get a gift card or cash?
No.
Yours aren't?
No.
Do you think someone's is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for me, if for example, if Kathy, I don't know if she's ever done this, would say, Merry Christmas, here's a couple $100 to spend on blackjack, I'd be thrilled. Especially if they're honeys. The $100 bill thing is a massive thing in Vegas. If you got a stack of $100 bills, you're going to a blackjack table, you're going to have a lot of fun. May not work out your way, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it's like a 50-50 prop. Probably 52 house, 48 us, but whatever it is, the new current breakout, because they always change the rules and the number of decks. I think that would be a great gift. So I guess there's some qualifier.
Hopefully she's listening.
All right. I think she is listening today. So if she's listening, little bonus gift. All right. She's Kristin. I'm Steve. Little Christmas concept before we get to Brian Reisinger at the bottom of the hour, after the bottom of the hour's news update with the great Neil Doyle. Quick break. 620 WTMJ.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
What's the secret to your success?
Clean living, hard work, and no employees.
No employees?
At Hasselus, give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Nobody breathing down my neck?
Plus, way low prices, free next day delivery, and through Monday, get a free box spring or $300 off an adjustable base with the purchase of any queen or king size Beauty Rest or Sealy Posturepedic mattress.
You could say Hasselus is an overnight success.
Hasselus.com.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Santa's in the sleigh. The reindeer are ready. It's time to deliver.
Bounce pass back to Sims. Wide open lane. A rack attack as he hammers it home with a two-hand jam.
It's Holiday Hoops in Indianapolis.
Bobby Portis tees up a beauty and sticks another three, looking at his bench as he retreats the other way.
As the Bucks take on the Pacers. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6 on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Walking up to the Christmas holiday. A lot of us looking forward to that. A lot of family time. I got a lot of events still yet on my plate. You guys are traveling, right?
Not till Friday.
Not till Friday.
You're doing a live show on Friday, right? So you'll be here?
No, we have a 2-hour recorded program.
For Friday?
Mm-hmm.
At the day after Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're off Thursday and Friday, and we'll be back Monday.
Yeah. With Monday's going to be interesting because you and I were sort of taking some stuff. There are some interesting newsy stories that we're going to probably dive because Monday is sort of our news day. We hit the ground running with the weekend stories, and I have a feeling some of the stories that are breaking, Epstein, some of the things happening in Congress,
Some of the things happening at CBS,
Barry Weiss,
the fact that she forgot that segment is going to air in other countries.
Again, this is an example of people who aren't qualified to hold the position they hold, because if you're trying to knock this down, a whole country has watched it like it never got knocked down. What did you? And then they're sharing. I shared it yesterday. It's like, what? Are you an idiot? Running a company as big as CBS? It's absolutely nuts. Anyway.
So we'll do that next week.
Yes.
I'm going to make a list of things turning 40 in 2026, including me.
Yeah, big year for you.
You know what else turns 40? American Girl dolls, which started in Wisconsin.
Did you ever have an American?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember
the grasp,
first one, the name
grasp
of the doll?
that American Girl dolls have on millennial women is unlike, I think, anything else.
What was the name of your doll?
Well, I was spoiled. I had multiple.
Oh, really?
Which I look back at now that I know how expensive they are. I was like, oh my God, spoiled little kid.
This is the creepy part of that story, which I just love to dip into. So as they perfect robots, eventually men will be the biggest purchasers of not American girl dolls, but American women dolls.
So unnecessary.
I know, but
Such an unnecessary way to take that conversation.
But having said it, it's exactly going to happen just like I just said.
Do you really think there's that many men out there?
Oh my God, there's a lot of creepy guys. Tons of creepy guys, trust me. All right, so we got a lot of commentary on...
Trying to think of what you do when you find, like you're starting to date someone and you come into their house and you find their doll.
That would be creepy and
Probably
weird.
the end of the relationship.
I would think so. Deal breaker? Yes. All right, so on our questions about gift cards, 262, I get my friend an Oscar's custard gift card. Who doesn't like that? Because she likes banana milkshakes. And as you know, I'm recent recruits to the banana fandom. I've had banana daiquiris, banana shakes. Fantastic.
Still haven't gotten that eggnog latte, though.
No. Should I share that story now?
Just tease it.
All right, I'll tease it. So I talked about it yesterday. Kathy and I stopped at Starbucks on our way down to Illinois yesterday to the Christmas/Easter pageant that I saw, which was rather interesting. Anyway, Starbucks is featuring... Why do I say featuring? Because they have signage everywhere outside of their store or their location, at least the one I went to, Howell Avenue, Oak Creek. Hello. Eggnog lattes. So I thought, oh, that sounds good, because I usually do one eggnog drink every year, just as sort of a tradition. I get up to the window or the ordering thing. No, we're out. We don't have those. So I'll expand on that story later, because apparently multiple locations, even though they're blasting this news out that they have eggnog lattes, don't have any.
Do you think are they out of the powder?
I don't know what the hell's
like
going
the flavoring for it? Because it can't be that hard to. What separates an eggnog latte from a different latte? It's just the powder, right?
Yeah.
Shortage on the eggnog
On one
powder.
Uh-huh.
side, they have $1.8 billion of our money. Other side, they can't get enough powder to make their eggnog lattes. That doesn't seem to make any sense. From the text line, Starbucks would be the last gift card I would ever want. I'm not going to go into all the details. They're fans of Collectivo and Anodyne, Valentine. I love all those companies.
I would say, Milwaukee is one of the top coffee cities in the country.
I would not
as
doubt
far
that.
as the options that we have of how many good local brewers we have when it comes to coffee.
Yeah, not surprised. And I think I know this about you. So I'm somebody that can drink coffee any point during the day, including 5 minutes before I go to bed, and sleep like a baby. Are you the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. Because I love the taste of coffee. I'm not like, there's people that drink coffee like a cup in the morning and that's it. Like, what is that about? You're only using it for the caffeine and you just disregard it the rest of the day? It seems stupid to me.
There's other ways to get caffeine.
Yeah,
if that's
I guess, but like, why even bother then? Like, drink Mountain Dew or something. Like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. There's other ways to get caffeine.
From Pam. Hi, Pam. Merry Christmas Eve, or I should say pre-hump day. Cash or gift cards are both legit, but with thoughts. I don't want to give you the details because she's talking about her granddaughter who's asking for something specific. Also, a gift card to a place that you know they love is thoughtful.
I think that's true. I think that it's like because so we did this for my sister-in-law's birthday, knowing that her husband does not like Olive Garden, but she does. So mostly to make her happy, but also to know that he now has to go to Olive Garden. One of her gifts for her 40th birthday was an Olive Garden gift card.
That's a weird one for me because I've eaten in Tuscany and Sicily. I've had like the real Olive Garden is like Americanized Italian food. I know they say that it's, I guess
the breadsticks are pretty good.
Yeah, my wife.
The breadsticks are pretty
She loves
good.
the salad and breadstick combo or something. She always talks about, which is fine. They do a hell of a business, but it's sort of like Taco Bell versus pick your favorite real Mexican. It's like everybody loves Taco Bell. My girlfriend, one of my girlfriends in high school, worked at the first one on Layton Avenue, Milwaukee. You think?
But here's the thing. So
I didn't love getting those free
someone
tacos?
on the text line just referenced Texas Roadhouse gift card because they give that as a gift and they can go treat that family out for a night. I've been to the Texas Roadhouse in Oak Creek. Very popular.
Oh my God.
Very long line. But would you say Texas Roadhouse is like carnivore or 5 o'clock?
No.
It's just different types of foods at different price points.
Why does the texter say $37? You say
Because I was saying that I was spoiled and had I was the girl Trump was talking about with $37.
All right, just having some fun with Christmas. She's Kristin, I'm Steve. We'll wind up this half hour. And don't forget, we have Brian Reisinger joining us after the bottom of the hour news on 620 WTMJ.
Hi, this is Dave Spano, CEO of Annex Wealth Management. As we head towards the new year, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our listeners and to our clients. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and the conversations we get to have every day. From all of us at Annex, we wish you and your family a safe, joyful, and meaningful holiday season.
Investment and retirement planning, along with tax and estate strategies. Get financially organized for the new year. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically Screamin'.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Looking for a place where independence meets convenience? Discover independent living at St. Camillus in Wauwatosa. Enjoy beautiful apartment homes, a pool, hot tub, fitness center, chef-prepared meals, and a calendar full of social activities every day. From now until the end of the year, St. Camillus is taking $40,000 off select apartment styles. Schedule a tour today at stcam.com. St. Camillus, where everything you need is right down the hall.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Big Fish Contracting. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
We're having a little fun in the first half hour. Never going to have fun in the second half.
We're going to have fun this whole show.
Yeah, because it's Christmas week. And I
asked you, I was like, is there any news that you actually want to talk about today? And you said no. So here we are.
I'll let the dolts at some of the other stations in town and across the country dissect the news of the day.
Well, we're also
in their weird, twisted way.
Bookended, obviously, by news shows.
Yes.
So
we
the
got
morning
it covered.
guys
Yeah, we got it covered.
definitely did some news. Greg and Jessica will do some news.
Yeah, and as I said, we have Mandela Barnes. So that's news. He's now running for governor in the state of Wisconsin. And this is the first time I've had a chance to talk to him since probably State Fair, since 2022. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've talked to him. He came on when he started his super PAC, or he's come on once or twice, I think, since.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. He'll tell us what he's been up to since the Senate race.
I'm curious. And as you know, we've welcomed all the candidates that we can get on the show.
Are we going to invite Brett Halsey?
No, I don't think so. All right. Here's the latest now from ABC.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Justice Department has released another batch of Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump appearing in this latest file drop, including in references to flight records related to Epstein's private plane. ABC's Jay O'Brien reads the document.
It says, I'll read from it, quote, of obtained flight records, they reflect, quote, that Donald Trump traveled on Epstein's private jet many more times than previously has been reported or that we were aware. President Trump has not yet responded to this latest document release, but generally, he has denied any knowledge of Epstein's wrongdoings.
Parts of Southern California expected to get slammed by torrential rains with the possibility of mudslides and flooding. A better-than-expected GDP report, the economy growing at a 4.3% annual rate in the third quarter, well above analysts' expectations. The Conference Board, though, says consumer confidence in the latest economy is shaken in December as Americans grow anxious about the overall impact of the Trump tariffs. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 1031. I'm Neil Doyle. A Waukesha County judge has granted the state's request to revoke the conditional release of Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser. Geyser appeared in court today via Zoom and waived her right to a revocation hearing. She'll now return to inpatient custody, likely at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. This comes after Geyser cut off her GPS bracelet and fled her group home in Madison last month. She was taken into custody the following day in Illinois. Heavy rainfall that caused severe flooding across southeast Wisconsin back in August has set a new record. The National Weather Service says a rain gauge at James Madison High School on Milwaukee's northwest side registered just over 14.5 inches of precipitation. That's a new 24-hour precipitation record in Wisconsin. The previous record was just about 12 inches back in 1946. Parts of southeast Wisconsin saw anywhere between 9 to 14 inches of rain during those August storms. And Governor Tony Evers announcing yesterday he granted 167 pardons, giving many individuals a second chance. The Wisconsin Constitution allows the governor to pardon people convicted of a crime. The pardon does not expunge court records. During his time in office, Evers has issued just over 1,800 pardons. Time for news about your money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management market update. The Dow is up almost 60 points at 48,420. NASDAQ is up about 60 as well at 23,489. And the S&P 500 is up as well about 15 points at 6,893. Financial planning at every level, Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Thank you, Jazz. We're having a little malfunction over here at my computer. Let's take a look at the roads. Your WTMJ time saver traffic. A little bit of an issue, I-43 southbound right at the ramp from Silver Spring Drive. Part of the left lane is blocked there due to debris. We've got a couple of slowdowns as well. 94 eastbound and westbound right there through our construction zone, kind of through the stadium interchange. Otherwise, just a couple of disabled vehicles across the system, and you're moving along nicely. And let's take a look at your WTMJ forecast for today. We will see plenty of sunshine, a high today getting up near 42 degrees. And then tonight we'll see some increasing clouds, lows down into the 30s. Heading into Christmas Eve tomorrow, we'll see maybe a chance for a little bit of rain late in the day, a mix of sun and clouds. Again, highs tomorrow sitting in the low 40s. Right now in Madison, it is 32 degrees. Right now it is 35 degrees in Racine, and it's 38 degrees in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 1034.
You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's your turn to enjoy life your way. At Capri Communities, they offer vibrant senior living where neighbors become friends, and each day brings something to smile about.
Well, it's breakfast with the boys, and then bingo is at 3 in the afternoon. I lost that super lady I lived with for 60 years, but have found a home and doing well. The accommodations, the facilities, it's been a pleasure.
Find your perfect new home at capricommunities.com.
Looking to earn your Wisconsin concealed carry license? Mission 94 Firearms Education Center has you covered. Choose from classroom-only sessions, live fire options, or women-only classes taught by female instructors, designed to build confidence and safety. Learn the right way with a team that puts education first. Find your perfect class today at mission94firearms.com. Click on the training tab or just Google Mission 94.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Ford Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
Each and every one of you. I hope you have a great holiday season for finding us on Point Taken, the #1 podcast on WTMJ. Thanks for that. Thanks for all of the listens. And if you missed any or all of any of our shows, you can always find them wherever you get your podcast, Point Taken, easy search, or at WTMJ.com.
Or just subscribe to the newsletter.
Yes.
Text extra to 855-616-1620.
Which comes out every Sunday
You'll get extra
morning.
content from us.
Yeah, bonus stuff, recommendations.
Yeah.
We've had some good ones lately.
Sometimes
All right.
behind-the-scenes stuff that you didn't know that happened.
I think joining us on audio and video is our friend Brian Reisinger, award-winning writer, grew up on a family farm in Sauk County. He writes columns, of course, like my pal here, Kristin Brey, for the Journal Sentinel, author of Land Rich, Cash Poor, and thanks for the copy of that.
Yes,
I just
thank you.
got in the mail. The subheadline, My Family's Hope in the Untold History of the Disappearing American Farmer. Book of the Year, he's won that award. He's a great writer, he's a great guy, and he's also a great interview. And I'm going to use him on my WTMJ Outdoor Show because he's talking in his latest piece about something I'm very passionate about, and that's deer hunting, but sort of in a different way. So welcome both to Point Taken and WTMJ Outdoors, Brian Reisinger.
Hey, it's good to be with you guys pulling double duty here. I appreciate it.
I love it. So the name of your latest piece found at the Journal Sentinel is, as I quickly scroll up here because I was reading some of your bio stuff, is, here we go, without Wisconsin deer hunters, environment would be in big trouble. Tell folks out there in Radio Land or the internet world why that is.
Yeah, well, I grew up hunting like a lot of people in Wisconsin, and I had a little bit of a controversial moment at my Thanksgiving dinner table with my wife's family. Some of them know and understand hunting, and some of them live very distant from that kind of thing. They're wonderful people, but they're folks who care about our environment. They're folks who care about animal rights. So they were horrified because I showed a picture of my little girl, my 1-year-old girl, with me, with my deer. And that was such a proud moment for me to have her be part of that tradition, whether she decides to hunt when she's of age or not. And to some people, it was a really warm moment. To others, it was a moment of horror. Your child is there with a dead animal. And so that was a little controversial. I got thinking about it, and I decided that honestly, there are scientific as well as economic and cultural reasons why people who care about our environment, people who care about animal rights, they ought to hug a hunter and a farmer this holiday season. While we're at it, hug the farmer too. But because hunting is such a crucial part of the way we manage our natural resources and our natural world.
Have they read the article? The family members?
Well, I'm bringing it to Christmas because I wrote it after Thanksgiving. So we're going to see if I can redeem myself here.
Well, because I do think, as someone who's a non-hunter, the men in my mom's side of the family were hunters. My dad's side of the family, not hunters at all. We did not grow up being hunters. It is something that as I have gotten older, because I consider myself an open-minded person, I'm not going to yuck your guys' yum, but it is certainly... And even I want to be open-minded to say I would go, but I really just don't have any interest in killing anything. I'll go shooting at a target, but I really don't want to kill anything. But as far as what are the environmental reasons that you argue for someone who is like a non-believer and why this is a good thing for society?
Yeah, totally. So I'll admit, part of it I knew and grew up with, and part of it I discovered as I decided to dig into this issue and figure out if I could. So the part that I knew growing up is that any good hunter, and Steve knows this, any ethical hunter wants to help manage that resource well. We want a robust deer population. We don't want to wipe out the animals, or it's not a blood slaughter thing. It's helping to manage. You want to have a robust deer population or wild turkey, whatever it is that you hunt. And that means having a good natural world, a good natural ecosystem to support those animals. So hunters are big supporters of that. A lot of hunting fees go toward conservation work as a result. But here's the deeper thing. And I discovered this when I was reading another writer that does a lot of stuff with Steve, which is Paul over at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Paul Smith.
Paul Smith,
He wrote, so he and others have wrote about very in-depth the ways that science actually backs this up. So there was a study that looked at forest lands in Wisconsin and Michigan, and what it found is that having too many white-tailed deer, for example, severely stunted natural tree regeneration for native trees. It also wiped out different types of shrubbery and different types of plants. So in other words, look, every single species of animal can go too far, can be invasive. Even a beautiful, innocent deer, too many of them can damage native trees, can damage all kinds of species of plants. So what I said is, hey, look, we need a natural balanced ecosystem like people who care about animals and our environment talk about, and the hunter is part of that ecosystem, part of that food chain. Let us play our role.
Brian, you and I have talked about this before. It's this question. We were talking about it at our deer camp this year. So many people don't know where their food comes from. They don't know the processing of meat, and the other side, they don't even know how things are grown on farms. That's such a big problem, but sort of the astounding thing is we live in a state here in Wisconsin, and you used to, at least part of the time you're back here, that we should know these things, and we don't really know them. And that's the frustrating part for me, especially when you're talking about hunting. You have to know where this stuff comes from.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I'm actually grateful for, one part of my life was splitting time between the family farm in Wisconsin and then near my wife's family in Sacramento area, California. I get to see all sides of this and different parts of it. And there are just a lot of people in this country, in all parts of the country, that have forgotten where their food comes from. And that's one of the things that hunters and farmers have in common, which is to say, hunters and farmers are the sorts of people who are taking the steps to know where our food comes from. And more of our consumers can know that too. It's not only a way to be kind to our environment, but it's also a way to honestly save our food supply. And we've talked about this before, but if everyone took a half step toward a farmer, go to a farmer's market, local butcher shop, access an online marketplace, anything you could do to get at least some of your food from a local family farm, that's going to help save our family farms. It's good for our economy. It'll help keep food prices down. It's also good for our environment because look, farmers and hunters, they're both sources of food that where your food comes from. That's much better for the environment, much cleaner, much healthier than a lot of the products, the hyper-processed stuff that we get off of the national food supply chain that, by the way, is also produced in ways that destroy our environment.
Ryan Reisinger, a guest author of Land Rich, Cash Poor, guest on Point Taken, and WTMJ Outdoors. We'll continue the conversation. There's a safety piece, which you mentioned in your piece in the Journal-Sentinel, which I want to talk about as well when it relates to deers, and more specifically to cars when they meet by accident after this.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Kristin, Brey, and if you're in the market for a new dentist, you should check out my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowoc Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. I can assure you that he will prioritize your needs no matter how sensitive, just like he did with mine. So whether you need a simple cleaning and exam, teeth whitening, or a more complex dental procedure, Economowoc Dental will always make you feel as comfortable as possible and give you and your family an amazing smile. And it doesn't have to break the bank. His staff can set you up with a no-interest payment plan. Listen, we all have to go to the dentist. Do not put it off any longer. Call and make an appointment today with my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowoc Dental Care. Call 262-567-7224.
America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait. And TC Energy is moving forward confidently. The Wisconsin Reliability Project is unlocking billions in economic growth by connecting Wisconsin with reliable North American natural gas, helping the entire state go further. TC Energy, energy connected. Learn how we're strengthening America from the inside out at tcenergy.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You ever wonder how your house would look if it were a different color, or had a new roof, or maybe a splashy front door? Well, you can see for yourself just by going to TriCountyContractingWI.com. Add a photo of your house and design a new look. Then call them when you're ready. TriCountyContractingWI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
If you're looking to plan your next global experience, let Fox World Travel's vacation experts handcraft your next journey to Europe. In partnership with Globus, Insight Vacations, and Avalon Waterways, we've created outstanding itineraries with exclusive experiences to Iceland, Croatia, Spain, Portugal, and more. Or we can fully customize a journey based on your interests. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Join us and make memories to last a lifetime.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
We're back on Point Taken and WTMJ Outdoors as we interview Brian Reisinger, author of Landridge Cash Board. He wrote a great piece in the Journal Sentinel. I encourage you to find it on the impact of the deer hunt in Wisconsin. And one of the things I noted in your piece, Brian, is that you noted some reporting in the Journal Sentinel that says 14% of all car crashes, vehicle crashes, are related to deer.
14% in Wisconsin?
That's what the Journal Sentinel reported, yes.
Wow.
So that's significant as well in this story.
It really is. You know, that was shocking to me, too. I mean, we all know that you hit deer with cars. I'm the only person in my family, by the way, who hasn't hit a deer with the pickup truck. And I'm known as not the best driver in our family, as the least skilled farmer among us. So I might have just cursed myself. But the point is, it's amazing. I mean, the impact that has on public safety. Now, people who really care about animal rights, this is where the debate gets in. And Kristin, I think it's okay to yuck people's yum in a debate, just for what it's worth. Okay. I think that, people will say, well, that's the fault of humans for getting in the way of these animals, right? Like, we've got, roadways going through their habitats, all that stuff. So look, I kind of get that, actually. I understand that argument, but here's the thing. We're not going to stop humans needing roads. We're not going to stop humans needing food, other things. So if we're accepting that reality and we're debating within it, the fact is that hunting with responsible hunters is something that can help control the deer population, be good for our environment, and also, by the way, it'll cut down a little bit on those deer that are running across the road in the middle of the night that you just can't help but hit now and then.
So 14% of car accidents include a deer, but how many include putting the deer in the car, a la Tommy Boy?
That's a really good question. I will say this: there's regulations to how you need to do this stuff, but if I wouldn't put it in the grill. I'd make sure we transport it safely. But the reality is that if you wound a deer out there or a deer gets hit, hunters who know what to do, who know how to dress a deer, skin a deer, deal with the DNR, and making sure that you do it the right way, all that kind of stuff. That's the kind way. I actually carry a hunting knife in my pickup truck in case there is a wounded animal out there,
What is the protocol if you hit an animal? Because I know that we don't pick up, that was the one thing when you cross the state line into Wisconsin, because you start seeing dead carcasses on the road because we don't pick it up. But what is the actual protocol if you were to hit an animal, specifically a deer?
Well, as the only member of my family who hasn't hit a deer, I have to say I haven't done it, but I can tell you what I would do. What I would do is I would call in the DNR, but I wouldn't hesitate on any action that would keep an animal from suffering. So if an animal's suffering there alongside the road, I would use my hunting knife to do something about that. Now, I might get contacted to be told that's not what I'm supposed to do. So we'll see what happens. But I would make sure that an animal wasn't suffering while at the same time contacting the DNR in real time. That's the way that I would go about it myself. We've got relationships with local wardens and things like that. So that's what I'd recommend to people. But I'm sure they've got further guidance out there for what people are supposed to do as well.
Yeah, I would encourage to contact the DOT and, of course, local sheriff's department, because they have this happening all the time. And I think most of those carcasses now, they don't haul them away. I think they just kind of throw them into the brush, and that's sort of let nature take its course. I think it's a lot cheaper than what they used to do, which is take a truck down the road and keep throwing them in there and then doing something with these things. But Brian, I guess the message for me from this hunting season is, one, it's so critical to the economy of our states. And beyond the traditions, which are amazing, and we had a lot of fun with your peer, Paul Smith, at a shared deer camp event this opening gun opening weekend of gun deer season. It was just so much fun. But the economic impact is something that I don't think we talk about enough. The millions, maybe even $1 billion that comes into this state during that opening weekend and throughout the 9-day season.
Yeah, absolutely. The economics of this is really crucial. And here's the thing. We've got the big gun deer hunt, which is the big kind of centerpiece. That's the Super Bowl. But you've also got the bow hunt. The bow hunters would tell you that's the Super Bowl. But then we've also got the antlerless deer hunt that happened here in mid-December. And we've got the holiday hunt.
Yeah.
Starting
I never
tomorrow,
heard about this.
Christmas
What's the
Eve.
holiday hunt?
Yeah, so it's Christmas Eve through the rest of the year, essentially. And it's an opportunity for people to get out there and harvest a doe. A lot of these alternative seasons are antlerless doe-only seasons. I mean, it's about controlling the population because of it's the doe population that really gets out of control, and then they keep having more fawns, which is a beautiful thing, but too much of it contributes to too big of a population. So they have all these seasons now, and to Steve's point, it's millions of dollars that comes in terms of economic activity, hunters here in the state, but also hunters who come into the state. And then it's all this money that gets paid for licenses that also goes toward conservation funding, other things like that. It also helps with another economic thing, which is controlling that deer population. Again, helps limit crop damage. So the economic benefits actually fire in a number of directions, to use a hunting pun there.
Brian Reisiger, great writer, Land Rich Cash Poor. You can find his work in the Journal Sentinel along with my teammate, Kristin Brey here. Brian, have a great holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll talk to you again in 2026.
Merry Christmas to you and everybody out there. Happy New Year.
All right, we'll take a quick break here on Point Taken on 620 WTMJ.
Hey, John Mercure here for Mend Studios. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to feel healthy. You deserve to feel great about yourself. Mend Studios has a long-term wellness as the goal. That's how they're going to do it. That's how they're going to take care of you. I know and trust the therapists at Mend Studio. They customize every single treatment, and they've got multiple locations. They're in Mequon and Brookfield, both convenient, both easy to get to. Start at the website, mendstudio.com. I never feel better than I do after a session at Mend. Mendstudio.com.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
If someone you love needs extra support due to memory loss, you're not alone, and you don't have to go far to find the right care. At St. Camillus, the memory care team provides compassionate, personalized support in a secure and welcoming environment with engaging programming, exercise classes, happy hours, and baking demonstrations, creating a place your loved one can truly call home. St. Camillus is conveniently located in Wauwatosa, across from the Milwaukee County Zoo. Learn more at stcam.com. St. Camillus, where care, comfort, and community come together.
Hi, this is Joe from Sidex. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who entered our recent giveaway. We were blown away by the response, and it means a lot to us that so many of you participated. Even if you didn't win, I want you to know we're still here for you. At Sidex, helping people love where they live inside and out is what drives us every day. So from all of us at Sidex, thank you for being part of something special. Sidex, love where you live inside and out with windows, doors, baths, and more.
What's up, Brochachos? Ready for an epic Stranger Things watch party?
Grab a tasty slice of Stranger Things Surfer Boy pizza. It's the tubular frozen pizza that tastes like it came straight from Hawkins to your oven.
Whoa, this pie? Totally righteous.
With 4 bodacious flavors, you're sure to find one that totally rocks. Plus, you can collect the wicked limited edition sticker that comes in each box.
Now that my taste buds are upside down, let's get this watch party started.
Stranger Things Surfer Boy pizza. Grab your gang and fuel up for one last adventure.
Goodyear, Dunlop, Kelly, Continental, General, you name it, we got it.
Plus, free flat tire repair, free tire rotations, and more.
So when you're due for tire service, schedule it at richlawns.com.
That's Rich Lawns with 2 N's.
Rich Lawns.
Your way inside the huddle.
Hut 1, hut 2.
Without putting on any pads.
Hi.
It's Green and Gold Insiders on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Matt LaFleur has been one of the great regular season coaches in the history of the NFL, if you just look at numbers. Your legacy is built on postseason football.
Every day of the regular season at 4:15, it's Green and Gold Insiders, all season long, right here on WTMJ. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
We talked a little Christmas at the beginning of the show. We're going to talk a little Festivus in the next half hour.
Airing of grievances. Are we going to take calls?
We might, if they're good calls. We're certainly read text. What I guess my question is going to be, what's your grievance for 2025?
So it's a grievance for the whole year, right?
Yeah.
It's something that was this year that really...
Something that irks you or bothers you. I have a very specific one that I think I told you this morning. I'll share it after the news break. But it's just something that it's so stupid that, like, well, I don't want to give it away. But if you have one, 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We're going to get to it. So, no, I told Kathy this yesterday, my wife Kathy, and she goes, "So you're going to be negative in Christmas week?" It's just part of the, it's a very multifaceted.
It's a holiday.
Yes, it is an official holiday.
We are honoring the holiday, Kathy.
Yes, it's Festivus. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So apparently someone already put one on here. Can't wait until Steve goes on another vacation. Like, that seems like a Festivus complaint, doesn't it?
That seems like an airing of grievance.
If
they still listen to the show, if they don't like you, that must mean they really like me.
Yeah, it says love Kristin. Did you already know that? Yeah.
I didn't read it, so that was just my guess.
You know what it says? The show is too loud, which is actually interesting because that's going to be part of my Festivus grievance. The
things that are too loud?
Excessively loud in non-loud situations, environments.
Okay.
All right, that's all coming up. So have some good ones, and if you're good enough, you may be on the air with us on the phone. 620 WTMJ, point taken.
And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And is there a tree?
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
Don't wait too long to finish your shopping. Wrap it all up at Fleet Farm now. This week only, holiday snack trays are 25% off. For your furry friends, buy one, get one 50% off all Kong treats and toys. Pop into Toyland for 40% off select toys for the kids. Plus, don't miss Milwaukee Deal Days, happening right now at Fleet Farm, the home of last-minute gifting for everyone on your list. And for even more ideas, check out our gift guides at fleetfarm.com.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who will tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
Vince Vitrano here. Don't let your hard-earned vision benefits go to waste. Get new eyewear at Shopco Optical. Now is the time to use up your FSA funds and insurance dollars before they expire December 31st. Whether you need new glasses, contacts, prescription sunglasses, or an eye exam, now is the time to visit Shopco Optical. Shopco's knowledgeable team will guide you through every step, making sure you get the most from your pre-tax dollars. Don't wait. Call or visit shopco.com to schedule today.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game. In 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. Santa's in the sleigh. The reindeer are ready. It's time to deliver.
Bounce pass back to Sims. Wide open lane. A rack attack.
It's Holiday Hoops in Indianapolis as the Bucks take on the Pacers. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6 on the home of the Bucks, News Radio 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
Just after 11 o'clock, it's 43 degrees. We'll see plenty of sunshine today with our highs sitting in the low 40s. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Neil Doyle. A Waukesha County judge has granted the state's request to revoke the conditional release of Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser. Judge Scott Wagner.
The petition to revoke conditional release is granted and Ms. Geyser is remanded into custody with directions to DHS to house her pursuant to the original commitment order that was in effect prior to the granting of conditional release by Judge Boren earlier this year.
Geyser appeared in court via Zoom earlier today and waived her right to a revocation hearing. She'll return to inpatient custody, likely at the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. This comes after Geyser cut off her GPS bracelet and fled her group home in Madison last month. She was taken into custody the following day in Illinois. Audio evidence from Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan's trial released by the clerk of federal courts. Dugan can be heard telling her court reporter that she'll guide a defendant down an empty hallway.
Down the stairs. This one or down the stairs? Oh, yeah. You want me to show her? Does she know?
A moment later, Dugan says, "I'll do it. I'll get the heat."
Take the orange piece of paper. This one. You want me to show her? I don't know if she knows. She might go on. I'll do it. Okay. I'll get the heat. I'd rather get in trouble.
Prosecutors argued she helped an undocumented immigrant evade ICE agents who were waiting outside her courtroom. The jury found Dugan guilty of felony obstruction. The U.S. Coast Guard continues to follow an oil tanker in international waters that it failed to board over the weekend. CBS White House reporter Willie James Inman has the latest.
The U.S. remains in active pursuit of this vessel. There was a warrant issued by the Department of Justice for this vessel because it was involved in the illicit transport of sanctioned oil. But it's noteworthy that somehow this vessel was able to evade capture and begin sending distress signals as it continued on its journey.
The ship was not in Venezuelan waters when the Coast Guard tried to board the vessel last weekend. And with the massive surge in prescription weight loss shots, Americans are seeing some gains when it comes to losing weight. News Nation's Marnie Hughes.
Gallup previously published a poll showing that the U.S. obesity rate has dropped 3 percentage points since 2022. That means roughly 7.5 million fewer adults are now classified as obese. Part of the reason, a massive surge in prescription weight loss shots. The usage of the drugs has doubled since early last year, jumping from 6% of adults to more than 12%.
That number could spike again come next month when the manufacturer of Wegovy launches a new daily pill version of the drug. Time for news about your money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Still green across the board. The Dow is up 69 points at 48,432. The NASDAQ is up almost 100 points at 23,526. And the S&P 500 is up 20 at 6,898. Financial planning at every level, Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:04.
Hey, fellas, are you feeling off of your game? If you feel like something is holding you back, connect with the medical professionals at Game Day Men's Health. WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Game Day Men's Health helps guys regain their youthful edge with hormone replacement, vitamin therapy, personalized weight loss plans, plus EPAT therapy, which I've used for injuries such as plantar fasciitis or tennis elbow. And it's all under the care of experienced medical professionals. A free consultation at their clinic in Brookfield, Shorewood, Germantown, or Delafield. Game Day Men's Health. Get back in the game.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra.
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Hey, moms, dads, grandparents, it's Christmas break. You need an outing, right? It's WTMJ's John Merck here. I've got a great idea. Treat your kids to the Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford, the area's most family-friendly holiday entertainment destination. The Mine Shaft has a huge, enormous game room, over 70 games, including the most popular and easiest games for your little ones. Even the adults are going to love these games. Your kids will adore the Mine Shaft, especially your teenagers. Get a big 18-inch pizza, a pitcher of beer or soda, and 100 game room tokens for under $45. The pizza easily feeds a family of 4. I personally love the pepperoni. Wednesday and Friday, the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry is just $8.99. There is no restaurant inflation at the Mine Shaft. They've got your back. Take your kids to the Mine Shaft during Christmas break for hours of safe and affordable fun. It's in downtown Hartford and also in Oshkosh. Mine Shaft gift cards make perfect last-minute holiday gifts. The Mine Shaft opens at 10:30. It's amazing. Game room at 12 noon.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Green Bay Packers gearing up for a Saturday night game at Lambeau Field against the Baltimore Ravens. Just 2 weeks remain in the regular season. Green Bay currently a 2.5-point favorite going into that matchup. Week 16 of the NFL came to a close last night. 49ers beat the Colts 48-27. Milwaukee Bucks, they'll be on the road this evening to take on the Indiana Pacers. All of our coverage starting at 6 o'clock here on WTMJ. Take a look at the roads, your WTMJ time saver traffic. Just a couple of slowdowns, 94 westbound, starting right at Layton Avenue. That's part of our construction zone until you get past the stadium. Otherwise, rest of the system looking good. And your WTMJ forecast, we will see plenty of sunshine today, highs sitting in the low 40s. We're kind of at our high for the day already at 43 degrees. Tonight, some increasing clouds, a low down to 29. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. We could maybe see some late rain chances, a high near 40. And then Thursday for Christmas, mostly cloudy. Chance of maybe a rain-snow mix with highs in the low 40s. Right now, it is 38 degrees in Madison. We're sitting at 40 degrees in Racine, and it's 43 degrees in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 11:08.
Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue. It's time for Point Taken. Here are your hosts, Steve Scaffidi and Kristin Brey.
Hello, hello. Happy Christmas Eve, and for all those who celebrate, happy Festivus for the rest of us. We do not have an aluminum pole, but we do have grievances. I don't have that many. I tend to be a glass half full person. I tend to try to see the silver lining in things. Mm-hmm. I tend to let go of things I can't control. Steve, would you do you consider yourself similar?
Yes, but let's hear this first.
Okay.
Welcome, newcomers. The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
I think that's a good way to start.
You people?
I do have a lot of problems with people, but mostly idiots and knuckleheads and lazy people. But I think for me, and I'll start because we've got a bunch on the text line already, and you know, some of them are really political and some aren't. But overly loud people just bother me, especially in like theater situations.
Which is funny because I would say most people who know you or I would consider both of us fairly loud, above average loud people.
But when I'm not doing this, I'm not overly loud. I'm more thoughtful, contemplative, and sort of, you know, on a solid, consistent voice.
You don't think your voice carries?
It carries because of what I do. It didn't used to. I mean, it's part of what McCure told me this on day one. You will develop a radio voice that sort of lingers after you're off the show. And to that point, Kathy, often when we're in a restaurant, she goes, okay, you're speaking very loudly. You need to back it down a bit. And
so you are loud.
Yeah, but I don't consciously do that. But
I would say most loud people don't
I don't know if
consciously do
that's
it.
true.
I'm a loud person. It's not like I am like, oh, let me be the loudest person in the room and have the loudest laugh. It's just how I am.
my specific grievance, though, is people in movie theaters. Shut the hell up.
That's rudeness. I don't think that's loudness.
They're loud. They're talking loudly.
I know, but you're not supposed to be talking at all during a movie. So I think that's just being rude. So your grievance is inconsiderate people, not loud people.
Inconsiderate people who are loud. Yes. I don't like them talking loud in a theater. Shut up. You probably don't know, I've actually walked out of a movie. I'm trying to remember what movie it was that we were seeing, because the people around us would not shut up. And
Did you ask them to?
Yes. We actually went out, asked the manager, could you tell those people to shut up? They came back, talked to those people. They didn't shut up. It was 2 women, actually, elderly women.
Oh.
Now, what I often get is...
Were they gossiping? Were they
They were just talking about stupid stuff that had nothing to do with the movie, and they were super loud. And somebody said, when I first brought that up on my old show, they were like, well, maybe you're being inconsiderate. Maybe they're just hard of hearing. Have the conversation not in the movie, because that's listening time. And if you're yakking during the actual movie, you're not even hearing, if you're hard of hearing, the actors emote and do their job in the movie. That's my grievance. So what do you have for me?
My grievance is that social media sucks now.
Oh, my God, you're on that one. That's exactly right.
It feels like it took a downturn this year. Like, I think there's probably arguments that social media has been bad for us for a long time. But specifically this year, that started with the TikTok 24-hour ban where it turned off and then turned back on, and it was just sucked all of a sudden. It was way worse when it turned back on. I don't know what they did in that overnight blip, but everything is just ads. It's, the dead internet theory of how much of this is even real between bots and fake accounts and anonymous accounts. But it also feels like, as someone who works in media, I can't not be there. I mean, I could, but I feel like it as of right now, because we don't have a better solution, it puts a cap on the reach of this show, the reach of my articles. Like, it just feels like I kind of have to be there, but I don't want to be anymore. Like, all of it, Twitter sucks, Instagram sucks, TikTok sucks, Facebook sucks. I haven't spent enough time on Substack. Threads also feels like a dumpster fire of this, like people dumping on each other all the time. Like, just social media sucks now. And I would love to have a new, pure outlet where creativity thrives and it's more positive, and we don't have that.
Good business opportunity for somebody. I 100% agree with you, and I can fix it in a week. Completely eliminate all anonymous accounts. You're losers. You need to get off social media. I don't want to hear one word you have to say about anything. I don't care what your reasoning is for being anonymous. Don't give a you-know-what. Get off. The other one, any negative posts that go into violence, you should not be on social media. I'm sorry. That's what we expect these companies, these platforms, to be monitoring. They've sort of given that away and just say, well, it's just the people, they do what they want. And the other one is such an easy one. Just act like adults. My God.
You know what's another really easy one? Get rid of the share button.
Yes, that's
so
also
you can't
stupid.
Retweet, you can't share, you can't. So as we know, misinformation and disinformation and emotional information travels way faster than anything like real information. And so it's not that you limit people's ability to post whatever they want to post, but you limit people's ability to share that for that to spread super quickly.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is actually a much more reasonable one than monitoring and deciding what is or is not violent.
It's a
this is
tricky
one. Just take the share button away.
And the other one, and I've said this over and over again, and this should be an easy one. Any AI generated content has to be branded as such. No confusion. Boom, you can see it's AI generated. We all know it's not real, because you and I have both seen stuff. Probably all of you have seen stuff that looks real, but it's not. That's what needs to happen. So we just set our grievances and I think solve them. Shut up in a theater and get off social media if you're an idiot and a loser, which you are if you use an anonymous account. All right, your grievances are stacking up on the text line, 855-616-1620, Siding Unlimited, WTMJ Talking Text Line. And yes, I'm being deliberately loud because somebody called me out for it. So I listened to your grievance, but I'm not going to respond. Break.
It's made from aluminum. Very high strength to weight ratio.
I find your belief system fascinating. Hi, this is Dave Spano, CEO of Annex Wealth Management. As we head towards the new year, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our listeners and to our clients. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and the conversations we get to have every day. From all of us at Annex, we wish you and your family a safe, joyful, and meaningful holiday season.
Investment and retirement planning, along with tax and estate strategies. Get financially organized for the new year. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait. And TC Energy is moving forward confidently. The Wisconsin Reliability Project is unlocking billions in economic growth by connecting Wisconsin with reliable North American natural gas, helping the entire state go further. TC Energy, energy connected. Learn how we're strengthening America from the inside out at tcenergy.com.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Santa's in the sleigh. The reindeer are ready. It's time to deliver.
Bounce pass back to Sims. Wide open lane. A rack attack as he hammers it home with a two-hand jam.
It's Holiday Hoops in Indianapolis.
Bobby Portis tees up a beauty and sticks another three, looking at his bench as he retreats the other way.
As the Bucks take on the Pacers. Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6 on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Interesting musical choice. So calming us down.
Got to calm the grievances.
Some of the Christmas carols are fairly haunting.
Yes. Well, they're written many, many years ago when life was not as interesting and fun as it is now. No
Which
social
is actually
media.
interesting. From the 262, my Festivus grievance is we've become a nation of grievance.
Mm-hmm.
We live in the greatest, most wealthy nation on earth, and all we do is complain. P.S. Celebrate Festivus properly. No bagel, no bagel, no bagel, no bagel.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of bagels, but I haven't had one in a million years. All right. Social media is like being in public. Same rules as being in a bar, or restored disorderly people, or disorderly people should be removed. Yeah. I don't, you know, everyone loves their freedoms, but man, they're taking a toll on our country. And again, if I'm saying this because I want this to be the clear takeaway, and maybe this will make it I'm never the final arbiter on what makes it into our social media posts. If you're anonymous poster on any of the platforms, you are a loser. LOSER, loser.
So you never wanted to have a burner account to go defend yourself in the comment section?
I defend myself with my name on it, and I've always had my name on it. Proud. All right, this one, lots of great grievances. This one bothers me as well. People that hold their phones up to their faces while the call's on speaker. What are you doing?
In public.
In public. What are you doing? It's literally on speaker. First of all, your conversation should never be public in a public place. Why? Why do we need to hear that? Your dumb responses to whatever they're saying that's also dumb. Why? No one is that important. It happens a lot. I was just at a United Lounge in LAX. 3 different conversations as I'm going to enjoy my breakfast burrito at the beautiful...
All on speaker?
All on speaker in a lounge with like 200 people. It's early in the morning. It's like 8 o'clock. I don't want to hear this. The one guy, he was apparently talking to his boss, telling his boss why he was underpaid, underappreciated, and it was airing his grievances to his boss, who was also responding with like, I don't know what to tell you. Who
Well,
does
it's really
that?
annoying now. This is a grievance, that cell phones, I don't know how Androids are, but now all the new versions of Apple iPhones, you have to have a Bluetooth headset.
Yeah.
You have to have AirPods or something to connect. There is no jack anymore to plug in cheaper headphones to be able to listen to music, listen to podcasts, take your phone call. So I think that is really annoying. And maybe that's adding to people speaking on speakerphone or listening to their music or something, or listening to social media because they forgot their headphones and they want to watch stuff, but there's no phone jack to be able to plug in headphones anymore.
What about people on planes who play their audio? Like, that should not be allowed. I don't want to hear your movie. Sorry. Your stupid movie choice, first
we
off.
got not yelled at. It was on my terrible, terrible flight home with
I remember
Frankie. She wouldn't wear her headphones, like her little baby headphones, which I remembered, but she didn't want to wear them. So in my attempt to try to calm her and have her watch, Bluey or something on a tablet, the stewardess came over as she sees me struggling with this 2-year-old, not even 2-year-old, and trying to keep her from crying and having a meltdown, also tells me I can't have the volume on my tablet up at all to help this kid calm down. And I just wanted to just squish her little head.
Was your husband, who was not with you, was he helpful on this the trip that you were that ordeal you were going with? He was doing something in Chicago, if I remember right.
Yeah, he had like a boys' trip in Chicago, so I was solo.
Yeah, so he wasn't that helpful in this situation.
Certainly not.
This one, I'm curious about your response to this. The inability to correctly count back change by several millennial and Gen Z cashiers. They don't know, they can't identify quarters, dimes, nickels, plus they do not know the value of each coin, which is sort of a bad thing.
That is a bad thing.
Ouch.
Yeah, I would say that should be things that we're still teaching.
Yeah.
I mean, but it also is weird if they type in the amount of money that you gave them, it should give them the exact change. But if they don't know the difference between a quarter, dime, and a nickel,
that would be a problem.
them trying to count out your change back becomes harder.
So on a similar topic, my lovely and very talented sister-in-law Mary, who's a great chef, culinary expert, she wrote an op-ed in the Journal Sentinel, one of the listener or
Letters
reader,
to the editor?
about the bad decision to get rid of pennies. She's a big penny advocate.
Oh.
So I said, here's something, Mary. I don't think we should have any change. Why do we have change? It's stupid. When I go to Vegas, and the rare time I spend money in a machine, a slot machine, it just gives me a little vendor's thing that says this is what you get back, $175 or $150, and then I go redeem that. Why stores could do that and just give you a store credit? Why are we still? Because every coin that we have costs way more money to make than it's actually worth.
All of them?
Yes. Nickels, like 3 to 4 times as much to make a nickel as that's worth, 5
I
cents.
knew that was true for pennies. I didn't know that was for every coin.
I didn't either until I did some homework. There's that word again. I don't like coins. I don't want coins. Stop making coins that cost all of us, the taxpayers, more money.
I don't disagree.
See?
Especially now, like because the only thing is then you have to have some kind of app. Like I think about, the things that we used to use change for. You used to need change for laundry, like at a laundromat, or change to plug the meter. And all those things now you can do with a phone, like an app on your phone. But it also still means like you need a bank account and you need to deal with the banks to get your own money and get charged for using any of these things.
Yeah,
and so
embrace the digital revolution, including with your money. It's so much easier. I can look at every day, multiple times a day, I look at my bank. I see what's going on, what I did. I actually categorize it so at the end of the year I know exactly what I spent, how much I spent on gas. I know it's sort of just me being me, but I want to keep track of that. So this idea that we need to have cash all the time is stupid. Right now I have like $3 in my wallet. I've had that same $3 for like the whole week.
I'm surprised you haven't tipped that up to someone yet.
Well, I've tipped plenty, trust
As
me.
I'm saying, you're in this like giving season right now. I feel like that money's got to be burning a hole in your
Want me to
pocket.
give you the $3?
No, I don't need the $3. Give it to someone who needs it.
All right, a couple quick ones. My grievance, the ease at which, this is a good one actually, political. The ease at which major corporations, university and media outlets have bent the knee, handed over hundreds of millions of dollars, and censored news content and free speech. All to appease, now this is Jim's take, convicted felon, grifter, adulterer, bully, and likely, I don't know if it's likely or not, but accusations of being a pedophile, which is, follow the news today, which we'll get to on Monday. Interesting communications from apparently some of the Epstein folks related to the potential conduct, and maybe criminality of the current president of the United States. Thanks to Jim for that one. And a simple one, grievance. People don't know how to merge on highways. That's exactly right. They don't. People don't know how to drive at all. I would add on to the driving one, just because it irritates me, those few individuals on I-794 every morning who think they're NASCAR drivers, and they just continually weave through traffic, endangering all of our lives because they think they're a NASCAR driver. You should lose your license, your car, and maybe your livelihood because you are a loser. Again, a term I'm going to use a lot today, probably. Here's one of the contrast to my thoughts on the digital currency. Downsides, there's always a third hand now taking a percentage of every transaction.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's the downside of having everything, not just being have your own cash and your own money. Is there's just little ways that they can eat at your money, being Venmo and PayPal and the banks and credit cards and actually, yeah, there was another one that says what you're not considering is the fact that banks benefit from a cashless society.
I don't hate
Small
banks.
businesses
Don't hate
suffer.
banks. Got a lot of them in Oak Creek. Peter did some homework for us. Nickels are the most expensive to make because of the combination of their size and the value of the nickel metal. Makes sense. So thanks to my sister-in-law, Mary, for starting that conversation in my head and at our dinner table, but now I've expanded it to the show. So she's providing content as well. No, you're not getting any cash, digital or otherwise. Quick break. Grievances, still got time. 855-616-1620, 620 WTMJ, point taken.
What makes working at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Diane.
I just love what I do because I get to bring joy and happiness to the residents. I develop and plan all the programs, activities, and outings. We go downtown to Milwaukee for different theater productions, museum tours. Our activities can span from Lake Geneva up to as far as Green Bay, and then we love going to the Dells. We also have a lot of speakers coming all the time, and then we always have parties.
Find a rewarding career at threepillars.org.
When you give to St. Vincent de Paul Society of Milwaukee, you give hope to our neighbors in need. This Christmas season and throughout the year, we support anyone who needs a meal or help stocking their pantry. Your financial gift helps eliminate hunger and stop food insecurity. Please give much needed support to our Milwaukee neighbors. Learn more at svdpmilw.org.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
$1 doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max, keeping you updated on culture and creativity.
The Wisconsin Film Office. We can say it out loud. It's going to happen. Academy Award winner John Ridley.
So I'm glad that Wisconsin is getting in the game. I hope they stay in the game. Wisconsin is great because it has so many different looks. It has so many different places. It has places that are untouched. It has places that are incredibly modern.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max, weeknights at 6 on WTMJ.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming. Thank you, Chad. Producing the show, as always, at the highest level of producerdom. Kristin, Brey, Scaffidi. Grievance, airing of grievances, a couple quick ones. Put your phone down while you're driving. Young woman next to me today, red light, which I guess you want to look at her phone, but like light turned green. I look back, she's still looking at her phone.
She's still looking at her phone.
All the cars behind her just,
I remember I admit that at red lights, I do look at my phone sometimes, which I should just put my phone in my bag where I can't reach it. But I remember when you used to do Steve Ruled the World, I came on. This is when I was still a weekly guest. And you're like, what would if Kristin ruled the world? And I think mine was having a sound when the lights change, so you know to look up.
Yeah.
And your response was, you should be looking up already, Kristin.
Mm-hmm. Breaking news. One of the times that in 26 that you're gone, I'm bringing back, probably for one time only, If Steve Ruled the World.
Well, I'm going to be gone on the 8th and 13th. No, the 9th and 13th, the Friday and Monday. So you can have it as soon as January.
And as soon as I said
we're going to Disneyland.
Oh, nice. Disneyland, the original.
Disneyland, yes. We're going to go to LA. We're not doing...
Been to both.
We're not spending... You know what's more expensive to go to Disney World in Florida than it is to buy tickets and go stay and go to Disneyland in Tokyo?
Really?
Yeah. It's also because the yen is not doing great.
That's a rat race.
But yes, it is cheaper to go to Japan and see Mickey than Florida.
Real quick one from Tom in Germantown. And this is a good one. People talking on cell phones out loud in public bathrooms. Shut up. Do your job. Get out.
Get in, get out.
Yeah. All right. So we've got a candidate for governor on the Democratic side. I think he's the last of the major candidates. Mandela Barnes hopefully will be here.
Hopefully he's here.
Yeah, in a few moments.
Gave him the instructions how to find us.
Well, we'll see. If not, could be good. ABC.
It's a Festivus.
ABC News. Justice Department facing pressure to comply with the law to release all the files from its investigation into the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. In the latest batch released overnight, President Trump's name appearing, including references to flight records related to Epstein's private plane. ABC's Jay O'Brien reads excerpts.
It says, I'll read from it, quote, of obtained flight records, they reflect, quote, that Donald Trump traveled on Epstein's private jet many more times than previously has been reported or that we were aware. President Trump has not yet responded to this latest document release, but generally he has denied any knowledge of Epstein's wrongdoing.
The U.S. economy expanding more than what economists expected in the third quarter, growing at an annualized rate of 4.3%, according to government data. Consumer spending, a key factor in boosting the nation's GDP. Back-to-back storms on the West Coast, raising the threat of flash flooding for this holiday week. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 11:31. I'm Neil Doyle. A death investigation underway near an apartment complex in Oak Creek. Police were called this morning just before 9 o'clock to the College Court Apartments near 20th and College Avenue. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office telling WTMJ they were called to the scene. Officers from Oak Creek, Franklin, and Milwaukee are investigating that incident. Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser will return to a state psychiatric hospital as her conditional release has been revoked. Geyser appearing in court this morning via Zoom, waiving her right to a revocation hearing. She'll likely now return to the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. All of this coming after Geyser cut off her GPS bracelet and fled her group home in Madison a month ago. She was taken into custody a day later in Illinois. No one matching all six numbers of the Powerball jackpot last night. The jackpot now standing at an estimated $1.7 billion. Makes it one of the largest lottery prizes in U.S. history. Your next chance to win tomorrow night, the next drawing on Christmas Eve. Time for news about your money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Still green across the board. The Dow is up almost 100 points at 48,461. The NASDAQ up 93 at 23,522. And the S&P 500 is up about 21 points at 6,900. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. And let's take a look at the roads. Your WTMJ time saver traffic. Still a couple of slowdowns we're seeing now. 94 westbound. That starts at Layton Avenue as you get into part of the construction zone there, and then you get past the stadium. It starts to clear up. Kind of the same thing on the eastbound side of 94 as well. Just a few slowdowns there in our construction zones. Otherwise, rest of the system is looking good. And we take a look at your forecast. Plenty of sunshine for today. We'll see a high around 42 degrees. Tonight, some increasing clouds with a low down to 29. Heading into tomorrow, Christmas Eve, mostly cloudy. Chances for some rain late in the day, a high near 40. And then on Thursday, will be cloudy. Could see a little bit of a rain-snow mix with highs in the low 40s. Right now, it's 38 degrees in Green Bay. We're sitting at 43 in Kenosha, and it's 42 degrees in Milwaukee. I'm Neil Doyle, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:34.
Hey, John Mercure here for Mend Studios. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to feel healthy. You deserve to feel great about yourself. Mend Studios has a long-term wellness as the goal. That's how they're going to do it. That's how they're going to take care of you. I know and trust the therapists at Mend Studio. They customize every single treatment, and they've got multiple locations. They're in Mequon and Brookfield, both convenient, both easy to get to. Start at the website, mendstudio.com. I never feel better than I do after a session at Mend. Mendstudio.com.
If you're looking to plan your next global experience, let Fox World Travel's vacation experts handcraft your next journey to Europe. In partnership with Globus, Insight Vacations, and Avalon Waterways, we've created outstanding itineraries with exclusive experiences to Iceland, Croatia, Spain, Portugal, and more. Or we can fully customize a journey based on your interests. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Join us and make memories to last a lifetime.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 20 count selected varieties, hefty storage or freezer bags, 2 for $4. 8 to 13.1 ounce selected varieties, Old Dutch Crunch, Ripple, Potato, or Tortilla chips, 2 for $5.50. 24.5 ounce selected varieties, Welch's Sparkling Juice, $3.49. 12 to 36 count selected varieties, Rhodes Dinner or Cinnamon Rolls, $3.99.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
Too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest.
Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
Welcome back to Point Taken. I am Kristin Brey. He is Steve Scaffidi. And joining us live in studio is former Lieutenant Governor, former candidate for U.S. Senate, current candidate for Governor, Mandela Barnes.
So many qualifiers.
I know, a lot of things.
Really excited to be here. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
All right, so let's get right into it. So you are running for governor. You just said it's been 3 weeks since you announced. And I guess, I know you've answered this before, but let our listeners know, why are you running?
Absolutely. 3 weeks into the race, I got into it because we find ourselves in a critical moment in this state as well as this country. Things are getting out of hand for people as we approach the holiday season. It's when it's a little bit more difficult for so many individuals, so many families. Unfortunately, President Donald Trump is making things worse, and not only in policy and in practice, but even in rhetoric, telling people that these problems aren't real, telling people that they aren't feeling the actual pain that they are feeling with costs rising at the grocery store, utility bills, housing, and healthcare. You name it, it feels like there's no end in sight. And we need leaders who are going to show up and meet this need, meet the challenge, to be courageous, to be bold, not just to take on Donald Trump, but to provide real solutions for people.
I've argued that you're right. This is not a bipartisan. I mean, this is a bipartisan issue. It shouldn't be one side or the other against anything on affordability. This president, as you've correctly stated, has not addressed this. As a candidate, as a potential nominee for governor against whoever wins the Republican side, what are your answers? How would you fix the affordability question? Because this is what people want to hear.
Yeah.
How are you going to fix it?
Exactly. That's why I mentioned it's more than just being about Donald Trump. This is about real bold solutions to fix the problems that most people are facing to improve quality of life. During my work as a state rep and even as lieutenant governor, it was focused on these issues, quality of life. We can lower healthcare costs for everybody by expanding Badger Care. As you know, our risk pool is way too large. If we can shrink that by providing the necessary support and coverage to people who aren't currently covered by Badger Care, that will go a long way to reducing everybody's costs. And that's why I've made it a day one priority to ensure that we go into special session. I will not sign a state budget that does not include Badger Care expansion. Another one of those nonpartisan issues. So many Republicans are left without care in communities all across Wisconsin, as are Democrats. And look at our utility bills. Everybody's utility bills are going up. Nobody's happy about it. And one thing I've been focused on is working to ensure that we use the opportunities that were in front of us, like through the Inflation Reduction Act, to reduce people's energy costs and savings. That's a major part of the work I've been up to for the last few years. We need to tap into our more renewable energy options to be able to generate more energy, not just from coal, that we're spending money out of state to generate, and it's still costing people more and more money. And we also have to close the loopholes that allow the wealthy to get away without paying their fair share. Mitt Romney just came out with his op-ed and said that, yes, tax me more money. And more wealthy individuals need to pay their fair share to save us from this brink of crisis.
At the same time, though, you know this because you're a candidate. You hear people saying, we already pay enough taxes.
Yeah.
And that's middle class. That's lower income folk. They're saying the same thing.
Well, that's the problem. Lower income and middle income individuals and families are paying way too much, and that's why the people who are making exorbitant sums of money, we're talking about a lot of money here. People
talking about John Menard.
It's not even about names, it's about incomes, right? Like, it's about the lot in life that people have been afforded. People who are earning the wealth of individuals and families thousands and thousands of times over. If you are in such a privileged position, I congratulate you. Awesome. You've made it to this economic high water mark that most people, again, will never be able to ascend to. And if you consider what it takes to get there, I have my arguments about how wealth is accumulated and also hoarded in this country. But unfortunately, that means that middle income, lower income people don't get the resources, don't get what they need. If there's a person on track to become a trillionaire in this country, that is a signal that not a single person in this country should be living in poverty.
So Molly Beck had an article that come out this morning that said all of the candidates and their one big issue. Yours was expanding Badger Care, which you just said. But some of this, as far as any governor's agenda, depends on the makeup and who has the majority in the Assembly and the Senate.
For sure.
So there is a chance, right, especially in the Senate, that Democrats could have the majority for the first time in over 15 years. How would you govern differently if you have the majority, or Democrats have the majority in both chambers versus it being split?
For sure. So there are three tiers of scenarios, right? And the reality is, first 2 years of governorship, Donald Trump will still be president. But the best case scenario is a majority in the Senate and in the Assembly. And I remind people all the time, my campaign is not just about electing me governor. This campaign is about ensuring that we have the resources and support and strong enough campaign to elect the majority in the Assembly and Senate. That's best case scenario. We get in there first day, pass Badger Care, bam. Another scenario is, we win the governor's race, and then we only have the Senate and not the Assembly. Makes things a little bit tougher, but not impossible. And this is one of the issues that I am willing to hold the line on. And people are upset with Democrats writ large, congressional Democratic leadership, because they don't feel as if Democrats hold the line or stand firm on their principles enough. This is something that means so much to our entire state that I am willing to hold the line however long it takes until we come up with a resolve.
How would you say independent voters in Wisconsin would view you as a candidate in 2022, a failed candidate in 2022 as a U.S. Senate option against Ron Johnson, who's the current senator? And as far as your future looking at the state of Wisconsin from their lens, which is not always one side versus the other side, how would you approach that?
Well, I can tell you, you have to make sure you get the failed candidate line there. It took some mandatory deliveries. I did not win, and that's true. And I've had a chance, like I said before, I've talked with people who have lost races. One of those people was Barack Obama. He lost his race for Congress.
I lost my first two races.
He talked about the organizing work. So,
it happens.
And you stay in it. And, could have easily just walked away. But that's not who I am. It's not what I stand for. The issues were far too important. It's why I stayed involved. It's why I stayed engaged. And I can tell you, for independents, the costs that go up, that's not a partisan issue. They don't care what party is in power. If things are getting worse for them, they're going to have some grievances to air at the ballot box. And to not have a person who is going to understand what those grievances are, I look at my own life, right? Like I've had challenging times, right? I've qualified for every form of assistance at one point or another in my life. And those are the experiences I carry with me. Even issues like gun violence, having lost friends to gun violence in high school, those are the issues I carry with me. And when I look at what independents are thinking about, what they're looking at, what Wisconsin requires in leadership is somebody who is going to go to the mat to say, I'm going to fight for you. It doesn't matter who you voted for in the past. Doesn't even matter who you vote for currently. The priority for any leader has to be the people. And we look at the Republican frontrunner, who is Tom Tiffany. His priority has not been the people. The priority has been fealty to Donald Trump, because you could have easily taken a vote to lower health care costs, keep the premiums down by voting to extend those tax credits, not pointing fingers and say, oh, well, Democrats could have did this then. Democrats could have did this. It's what are you doing now? how are you handling this moment? How are you addressing the crisis that is in front of you? And that's what independent voters have been looking for, somebody who's actually going to show up and answer the problems and provide solutions in real time.
So I guess going to that you did run in 2022, what have you learned from that campaign that you're bringing into this campaign, especially knowing that it's a much more crowded primary? And I think people who are not going to necessarily drop out before the primary.
Yeah, and even to that point, I wouldn't even ask anybody to drop out. I think primaries are good for democracy. I think it's healthy to have a primary because you talk about the issues. You get it out there in the front. You're able to have a battle of ideas. That is what a primary should be. That's what I'm hoping it continues to be. But I will say from 22, having been across the entire state, even before then, the race that we won in 2018, a lot of people said it was impossible to take on and defeat the most powerful incumbent at that time to have fallen. When I ran for lieutenant governor, it was very improbable. People did not expect me to be able to win that race. I've fought against the odds a whole lot. Anytime I put my name on the ballot, I am fighting against the odds, and I'm happy to bring the experience of the 22 race, having built so many broad coalitions across Wisconsin, coalitions that are still in place today. I'm bringing that to this race, and we get to build on top of that. We get to look at, where we lost those 26,000 votes. It was a one-point race, 26,000 votes. My work has been focused on organizing, steadily increasing voter participation, primarily in Milwaukee. We've seen that steady increase in voter participation. We had the highest voter turnout of the 50 largest cities in the entire country, and where we may have been short 26,000 votes, we are going to find 100,000 new voters.
Will you get on a debate stage with your fellow Democratic nominees?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Are you going to be? There's one in January, right?
There's
a forum.
There's a forum.
Yeah, forum.
It is a forum, but happy to share my ideas and talk about my vision for the state of Wisconsin in any crowd, in any field, in any place.
Okay. Mandela Barnes, candidate for the Democratic nomination for governor of the state of Wisconsin, also former lieutenant governor. My ask is that you keep the lines of communication open as this race develops.
More than happy to.
Love to have you back in studio.
More than happy to. Y'all know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah, we'll find you. Merry
You'll find
Christmas.
Me. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All the things.
Happy campaigning.
Thank you so much. I'll see y'all soon.
Quick break. 620 WTMJ, point taken.
Hi, this is Dave Spano, CEO of Annex Wealth Management. As we head towards the new year, I want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our listeners and to our clients. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and the conversations we get to have every day. From all of us at Annex, we wish you and your family a safe, joyful, and meaningful holiday season.
Investment and retirement planning, along with tax and estate strategies. Get financially organized for the new year. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Turn that office gathering into something bold, fun, and completely unexpected. A unique, unforgettable celebration at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha, where safety and education always come first. Whether it's a corporate event, team outing, or family get-together, Mission 94 delivers. Private range access for your group, expert instructions from trained professionals, and customizable catering. Make this season one to remember with the gift of education at Mission 94. Book your holiday event today. Just Google Mission 94.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who'll tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. and that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
The green and gold runs deep, and we've got your football fix. From Lambeau to the living room, Wisconsin's Midday News brings you the experts on and off the field to break down every showdown from Titletown.
All these guys have a journey, and all these guys have a story, and it's fun to follow those journeys and learn more about how they got to where they are.
So grab your cheesehead and lock into Football Fix, powered by Flanner's Home Entertainment, every Wednesday at 12:15, only on Wisconsin's Midday News.
I'm Brett Matschke, and you're due for service.
Richlands.
Thanks to candidate for governor on the Democratic side, Mandela Barnes, for joining us in the studio. And as I said, we keep those lines of communication open for all candidates, Tom Tiffany and Josh Schoeman and all the long list of Democrats. And it'll be interesting to see, I think you mentioned a candidate forum in January, how that all
Main
shakes
Street
out.
Alliance,
Yeah.
which is a small business organization, does great work. And so they are hosting one at the Cooperage on January 21st. And I am going to go. I'm just going to sit in the back and be able to talk. I'll bring the information the next
To
day.
the show, yeah. Because I think that's going to be a very important
Well, I think we now
gathering.
get into how they're all going to differentiate themselves. Yeah. I do recommend anyone who would like to go to JS Online. Molly Beck does have a good article today that she asked each candidate their day one big idea. And there's some overlap. There's some differences. And as I've pointed out before, as we now get into what differentiates all these candidates, more stories like that, I think, are going to be really important.
Yeah, and thanks to my friend who texted me and said I was asking the question. And yes, affordability is a nonpartisan issue. I said bipartisan. I think I said it's bipartisan. And it's not a partisan issue. And that reality is something that I think all sides, all candidates, all elected officials better start dealing with, because that's what people are focused on. I can see it in the text line, I can see it in my emails, and I can certainly hear it as you wander about the town. We always do a sort of a pay it forward thing. This one I thought of the other day. I was at a store. I forgot what I was getting, something stupid. And people that use carts and just leave them in a parking lot. There's cart corrals. Every one of these major store chains has cart. Take your cart to the cart corral.
Or is your pay it forward to take
it all
abandoned
back
carts to the cart corral?
What is this laziness about? Here's my thing. I always try to park far away from the store because I get more steps.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, if I have a cart, which is pretty rare because I usually don't buy that much, I will literally walk it back in so I get extra steps. Because what do I know? Movement, especially when you get older, is important. If you're a couch dweller and you spend most of your days and nights on the couch, you're not going to be healthy. Get some steps in. So that's an easy one on the pay it forward. Here's another one. This is for especially younger boys and girls. Let's say you're 12 to 14 to 16. Offer to babysit for free.
I think I gave that one already.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear that one. Maybe it was the day I was off.
No, you were here.
Was I?
Because you were like, oh, it's a good one.
Is it one of those times I just completely ignored what
Probably.
you said? Yeah.
That's
Here's a free one. Listen to the people that are around you. I love that. How about this one? I love this one. Cleanup day at a local park, a beach, on your own. Get a group of people. Maybe it brings
spring cleanup.
Yes.
Once all the snow melts.
You don't have to
but
have
all the snow is going to melt right now. So if you see any garbage just around as we have this 40-degree plus weather, pick up some trash.
43 apparently outside.
Is it 43 right now?
That's what I'm seeing on my computer. So you were mentioned this before. I know we're going to get out of here early because we went a little long with Mandela, and we'll have a sort of all Christmas Eve show tomorrow probably. I don't know. We'll do too much serious stuff. Do we have any serious stuff tomorrow?
We don't.
Unless something big happens, obviously, because that's what we do here at 620 WTMJ. We actually have fact-based news if you don't want to know the distinction, or if you want to know it. A couple of real quick ones. I've said this over and over again, but I'm really big on this. Give your server, waiter, waitress, whatever, the biggest tip you can afford this time of year. Whatever that is. If you normally give 15%, maybe you double it. I did this a couple times already, and it really makes them smile, and it really makes their day or their nights in some cases. It's such an easy thing to do if you can afford it. So that's another one. Pick up the litter. This is one I've never heard from because we don't really have this option. Pay the toll for the person behind you. Everything's iPass now. I don't know how that would even work.
But, yeah, I mean, there's other options. That's like a pay it forward, the drive-through lines. What are you smiling about?
I just got the best text ever. It's amazing how much I agree with Steve on so many topics. Thank you, Steve, for your honesty. You are so welcome.
I got the best text ever when someone said I made them laugh out loud.
That's always a good one.
It's always a good one.
Tomorrow will be festive.
Good outfits.
Yes.
Good conversation. No more complaining tomorrow.
No complaining.
All right. Today was
We gotta go.
Festivus. You got it all out. Tomorrow, cheer.
All right. News is next. 620 WTMJ.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Hi, this is Joe from Sidex. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who entered our recent giveaway. We were blown away by the response, and it means a lot to us that so many of you participated. Even if you didn't